Hello everyone. Today we will learn some new features of AutoCAD 2023. These new features such as rectangle, polygon, spline, ellipse, etc. are very much useful in creating 2D drawings, 3D models, electrical CAD, etc. So in order to learn these features, first of all we have to understand the basics of polygon, which means that from triangle till higher number of edges, all of them are termed as a polygon. Okay, so basically how to describe a polygon? Polygon is basically a kind of a closed shape design with straight sides. It does not have any kind of arc, circle, etc. So we can say rectangles, triangles, hexagons, octagons, heptagons are all examples of polygon. Polygon basically comes from a Greek word which means which is a combination of basically two words, poly and gon. Poly means many and gon means angle. So it's a combination of many angles. So polygon cannot have any curves or any gaps or openings in its shape. So if you are considering that a polygon is having some kind of a circle or any kind of a arc, so it should not have any kind of a arc or circle. Okay. So in order to understand in a better way, first of all we'll start our AutoCAD with the help of double click option. We'll just double click on the AutoCAD icon. In few minutes it will load the AutoCAD. Here it is now. So what we'll do, we'll just minimize the notification panel and start with a new fresh 2D drawing. Initially, as just now we started, so I think my last template 3D modeling workspace is open. So I just move it to drafting and annotation by changing the workspace module. Okay, so today we will be learning rectangle and polygon, ellipse, axis end and elliptical arc, and the hatches, gradient and the boundary. These three options we will be learning today, and if we get the time, then we will be learning spline today. First of all, we'll see what are the options available in the rectangle command. So we'll see whether to make a freehand rectangle or a dimensional one. So first of all, we are trying with a freehand rectangle. So freehand rectangle is okay. This is a freehand rectangle. I just measure the length and the dimension width of the rectangle. It's getting very small. So I will do one thing. I will just go to the dimension style and modify. The icon should increase by fit. It should increase to 30 and okay. Close. Now it is visible clearly. So we'll do one thing. I will just measure the length of the rectangle. This is the length 1022.98. So this is a freehand rectangle actually. So what I will do now, again I select the rectangle option. Now I will give the dimension. So first I have to click on a first corner of the rectangle, and then the command line will give me three options: area, dimensions, and the rotation. So I will choose dimension, and it will ask you to specify the length of the rectangle. What will be the length of the rectangle? So first of all, I will give the length of a rectangle as, let us suppose, 1000 is the length of the rectangle. And what will be the width of the rectangle? Width of the rectangle will be 550. I will make just as similar to the previous one. So this is my, it will ask you to give the click on one particular point. I will click on this particular point, so this will be my final rectangle. This is the corner point, and this is the second corner is 1000. And from this corner point to this corner point, again I repeat on this command and measure the length of this. This is 550. Okay, so this is my second rectangle. Now we'll see what are the other options available for the rectangle command in the command line portion. Okay, so we'll select again the rectangle, and we'll see what are the different options available. So we are having chamfer, elevation, fillet, thickness, and width. So these three options are available. In order to incorporate them into a rectangular command so that we can combine them together. Okay, so first we'll select a rectangle, and then we'll see, like if I want to make a fillet, let us suppose first we'll take with the first we'll see the chamfer. Okay, so this is the chamfer. Okay, so first one is the chamfer, so it will ask you to specify the first chamfer distance. First chamfer distance, let us suppose it's 50, and after specifying the 50 value, then you have to press it enter. Then again it will ask you to specify the second chamfer distance for the rectangle. It is suppose it's 80, then you just press the 80, and then specify the first corner point. This is your first corner point, and this will be your final rectangle. So as you can see, the chamfers in this rectangle are not of same type. Same type means one is having 50 from this corner point, one is having 50 from this corner point, and one is having 50 from this corner point. So 50, the dimension which you have given in the first instance, it simply means that it will take in the clockwise fashion. Clockwise fashion means this is your rectangle center. From this side to this side, this is a clockwise, this is a 50. This side to this side, this is a 50. From this side to this side, this is a 50, and again from this side to this side. So it's moving in a clockwise fashion. And what about 80? Second chamfer distance. The second chamfer distance will be from this side to this side. This is your first. This side to this side, again first. From this side to this side, it's also rotating in a clockwise direction. It's not rotating in anti-clockwise. It's rotating in clockwise direction. So if you want to make a rectangle with an equal chamfer distance, so again you have to select the same thing, chamfer. Let us give a value of 50, and again give the value of 50. Again enter to specify the first corner point. Now you can see your rectangle is having an equal chamfer on all the edges. Okay, so again we'll see another command, that is fillet command. So this is my fillet command. So fillet command, after choosing the fillet command, it will ask you to get the radius of the fillet. If you have not provided any fillet radius, then it will take the value from the chamfer, because chamfer radius as you have already given. So if you are not providing any value, it is taking a value as a 50 from the chamfer value. So what I am doing, I am making a 60-degree fillet, and click on. It will make a rectangle with a fillet on all the sides. So this option is basically useful when you want to provide the fillet or chamfer on all the edges of on all the corner of your rectangle. If you want to make a fillet or the chamfer of your customized edge or side, then you can use separate option that is available in modify, that is fillet or chamfer. So with the help of this you can use them. But if you want to make a fillet or the chamfer on all the edges, then you can take a use of this command in order to make a chamfer and the fillet on all the 4 edges or all the corners of your rectangle. So this is my second command available in the command line. Then again I choose the rectangle, then we'll see what is the mean of this width. So as you can see, the line width in this, all these rectangles are same. If I want to change the width of the line, then I have to mention the width of the line is as 10, enter, and then you can see the line width will be changed from this to this. But fillet is already on, so I will just close the fillet by providing a radius of 0. Enter, and you make the corner. So width will be 10. The width is already given. Okay. So this is with the help of this you can change the width of your rectangle. Another, there is a command which we call it as a thickness. Thickness means it will give the height, or it will give it will provide you the addition to the z dimension. So what if I choose the thickness, like if I give this value of 30, enter, then you will not be able to see any differences in this rectangle and this rectangle until and unless you move to a particular WCS coordinate system. You will see it will provide you a thickness, but this is not having any kind of a thickness. This is not having any kind of a thickness. This is not having any kind of a thickness. Even this is not having any kind of a thickness. So if you're providing a thickness value, then it means it's adding some kind of a thickness to the rectangle. See, you can see this rectangle is somewhat more thickened as compared to your previous one. Okay. Now there is one last option available. That last option is related to elevation. Like how much elevation you want. Let us suppose I want elevation of 50. 50 means we'll see what it will bring to us. Elevation is 50. Okay, you cannot be able to see the difference until unless you are rotating your rectangle to the front. So front means 50 means it's raised to x50, z50, sorry. So it's z dimension is not 0, its z dimension is 50. Okay, so this is the basic difference between all your rectangular commands, except the previous ones are at the z0. Z0 means it's z dimensions. Z dimensions are 0. Z dimensions is not changed. But in the last one, z dimension has been changed to 50. Elevation is 50. Yes, correct. Elevation is 50. And this rectangle is having a width of 10 mm. So these are the different kind of rectangles available in the AutoCAD, with the help of which you can create your rectangle with ease. Okay, so this is a rectangle is also kind of a polygon, but with 4 number of edges. But as you can see, if you want to create a square, let us suppose if you want to create a square with the help of a rectangle command, then you have to choose one command, like you have to choose the first starting point, then click on the dimension and make it like 500 is your width and 500 is your, so it will give you a square with 500 by 500 dimension, length and the width. Length and the width you have to keep as a same. If you're keeping the both as the same, then it means you're creating a rectangle. If you are creating a square. In order to make the width as a 0, then you have to keep the width as a 0, and then again you have to create the same thing. I just want to keep the width as 0. 0 is set. Okay. Enter. This is my first starting point. Dimension 50 is okay, 500 is okay. This is, so these, you can see the difference between this. So this is having some kind of a width, but this is not having a width. This is having a default Autodesk AutoCAD fitted line width. Okay, so these are the options which are available. So you can even you can measure the same with the help of a measure command. 500, this is your 500, and again you can repeat the same command. Repeat, take it from here to here. You can see this 500. Okay, so we just delete this one. Our rectangle command is completely over now. Yeah, so another option in our rectangular command tab is polygon command. Yes, this is polygon. So before creating any polygon, first of all we will understand the basics of polygon. So in geometry, basically a polygon can be defined as a flat or a plain two-dimensional closed shape which is bounded with a straight side. So it does not have any kind of a curve, as I already mentioned. The sides of a polygon are called as edges. The points where the two sides meet are the vertices of a polygon. Triangle, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon are all examples of polygon. If a shape is having any curved edges, then it should not be a polygon. And polygon should be a closed figure. So before creating any kind of a polygon, you should understand the basics of a polygon. A polygon have equal sides and angles are termed as a regular polygon, and there are irregular polygons in which unequal sides and triangles are also irregular. Triangles are not regular, triangles are irregular. So those kind of polygons are termed as irregular polygons. Okay, so in AutoCAD we have an option of providing the number of sides. So in our default set, minimum number of enter the number of sides. So enter the number of sides will be minimum is 4. Okay, so I will keep as a 5. Will take as a 5. So if you click on this center, it will ask you 2 points: inscribed in a circle or circumscribed in a circle. Inscribed in a circle means it is created inside of a circle. Inscribed in a circle. Circumscribed in a circle means it is circumscribed about a circle. Circumscribed means it should be on the outer periphery, outer circumference of a circle. Circumscribed means it should be drawn on the outer side of your circumference. Inscribed in a circle means it should be inscribed in a circle means entire polygon has been created with the help of a circle, but it should be inside the circle. You will see the difference. First we'll see inscribed in a circle. So inscribed in a circle means, let us suppose I am giving a radius of 500. Okay, just see the cross here. Just see the cross here. Now to define this, we have taken center at this point, and AutoCAD has taken center at this point and the radius at this point. So it means this is your radius. So if you want to draw a circle, it will go like this, from this point to this point, and 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 again this point. It means the area of the circle will be more as compared to the area of the pentagon. It means that it is inscribed in a circle. Okay, now we'll see the second option. Second option in the polygon is, let us suppose I am clicking at this point. Center number of edges will be 5. This is my circumscribed about a circle. So now you can see, now its center is at the same place, but the radius defining the polygon is now the midpoint of particular edge. So this is your 500, this is your 500. So what is the difference? So you can just check it with the help of a dimension. What is the length dimension? You 726.54. And what about this? 587.79. So this is the basic difference between the inscribed in a circle and circumscribed in a circle. So inscribed in a circle means it is created inside of a circle. Circumscribed in a circle means it should be created outside the circle. Now if you are considering this as a center and this as a radius, if you draw a circle, it should come inside of a polygon. It should not go outside. It should come inside of a circle. It means that your rectangle polygon is created inside of your. So these are the type of polygons which you can create. So I will try to make some different polygons. Polygon with 7 number of edges. 7. Enter. This is your center. Again it will ask you to inscribe in a circle. Then again you can see this is a 500. Enter. Again the same command, same number of edges, but circumscribed in a circle with 500 radius. See, it's this circumscribed in a circle will always be bigger as compared to the inscribed in a circle one. Okay, so we can create another polygon with 8 or 9. 9 will see 8 one we can take octagon. Okay, so this is the enter point. What is the center? This is the center inscribed in a circle, and this is your, suppose 500 is the octagon. Again same number of edges. Click. Circumscribed over the circle means it is 500. Enter. These are the some few kinds of your polygon. Again we'll see this is hexagon. We'll see hexagon is I think 6 number of edges. 6. Enter. Inscribed in a circle 500. Enter. Again same command. This is my 6 number of edges is okay. This is my center. Now it is circumscribed over the circle, so 500. Enter. So these are some kind of a polygon which you can create with the help of your Autodesk AutoCAD. This is exactly 500. Again repeat the same command, repeat dimension linear. Wait. Again you can repeat and you can check the dimensions of the edges of a polygon. This edge to this edge, this edge to this edge. Okay, so these are the types of polygon which you can create with the help of your AutoCAD. So what I will do, I will just delete these ones and we'll move forward with other commands. Now we have another option which we call as an ellipse. So ellipse is basically a form of a circle which is not a circle. Form of a circle which is not a circle. So ellipse, what exactly ellipse is? So ellipse is having actually two centers. In circle we have one center, in ellipse we have two centers. Okay, and in ellipse there are major axis and minor axis. In circle we have only major axis. Major axis and minor axis both are equal in circle. In ellipse we have major axis which is having a bigger length, minor axis which is having a smaller length. Okay, a circle can be horizontal, an ellipse can be horizontal or ellipse can be vertical. Okay. It depends on the orientation of your ellipse. So in order to understand it better, first of all we'll see one thing. We'll take a basic one. There are three types of a circle ellipse are available: center, axis end, and elliptical arc. First is the center. Center means you have to define two centers. First center is this, second center is this. Now you can define. This is your first ellipse. Okay. Again, in order to understand it better, you have to define center only. there is center and the length of the major axis. This is your specify center of the ellipse. See, again it asks you to specify the end of the axis. Where should be the end? End at this point. So it should make like this. I will delete this one. This is a small one. Okay, this is our first ellipse. So in order to create this, first of all you have to define a center, specify the end of the ellipse. It should end here, and you can control your major or minor axis. Minor axis you can control, or you can convert that minor axis into major axis. If you want to create a vertical one, you can create it with the help of this. So this is the way you can create ellipse with the help of a center option. Correct? Another option is axis and end. Axis and means specify the command line will let you know that specify the axis end point of the ellipse. Specify the axis end point. This is your end point, first end point. Specify the other end point. It should be end at this point. So you are defining the end of the ellipse. So it should end. It should be kept between these 2 points, first and the second point, and you can just control the length and the major or the minor axis. So let us suppose this is your minor axis in the first case. In the second case, again you can choose this. First end, second end, and you can make it as a vertical one. This is your second ellipse with the help of second option. Now the third option is elliptical arc. What exactly elliptical arc is? So in elliptical arc, we can create a kind of an arc which is not circular. An arc which is not circular is an elliptical arc. So you can see, in order to create it, first of all we have to assume that there is a kind of an ellipse existing onto the drawing area. Okay, so in order to do that, first of all we'll create an elliptical arc. Elliptical arc means this is your first point, this is end point, and this is the ellipse, and how much you want. Specify the end. This is the end, and you can create it from this side to this side. So either way, you will be creating an arc which is not. You can end it here on the x-axis. You can end it on the y-axis. You can end it on the minus x-axis, and you can even end it on the even you can create a complete ellipse. So I'm just ending on the minus y-axis. So this is a kind of elliptical arc which is not circular. Okay, so this is a kind of elliptical arc which we were trying to make. So again we can understand it in a broader way. Like first of all we have to decide which kind of elliptical arc you are looking for. This is your major axis, let us suppose, or even this is your minor axis. You can increase the length of your major axis. This is a major axis, suppose, and it will ask you to start the arc from which side you want. Like if you want to start it from the y-axis, you can click here, and it will go from this to minus x-axis, minus y-axis, and again to x-axis. And if you want to complete it in a 360-degree fashion, you can complete it. And even if you want to just make an arc, even it will give you a just portion or just quarter of your ellipse. So in this way you can create a elliptical ellipse or simply ellipse. So these are the two options which were left before. So now we have completed this, and now we have left with only one option, that is hatch. Okay, so in order to understand the hatching operation, first of all we have to draw some few rectangles. Okay, and create a small circle, center and radius. Repeat, make a circle, again repeat, and make a circle here. Okay, so what I will do, first of all, we'll see this hatch operation, what it will bring to us. Okay, so in order to do that, first of all, we'll basically this operation is used to fill your architectural model or architectural drawings in order to give them a kind of appearance, so that it will look realistic on the paper. So we'll see when we will using this hatch operation. So first, if I using the hatch, it will give me few options, like if I want to give the angle one, let us suppose I am choosing this first angle. See, you can bring artistic appearance to your CAD drawing. The more you increase, like let us suppose if you are making it as a 5, it will increase the gap between the small tiles. So there are n number of options available into this. You can choose ANSI 31, ANSI 32. There are n number of options available into this. We'll see one by one. ANSI 32, then ANSI 33 we can give, ANSI 34, 35. So in this there are certain options are available. Like if you want to change it to pattern or gradient, you can create it. First of all, we'll understand the pattern, then we'll see what are the different options available in order to implement them in our design. Okay. ANSI 36, ANSI 35 is available, ANSI 37, ANSI 38. These are the ANSI standards, American National Standards for Information Interchange. AR 8816. So this brick is very big. So what we will do in order to understand it better, so we'll make it as a size of 1. So ARC. This is a completely brick form. ARB816C, ARB88, ARB Realm, ARBR Standard, AR Concrete. This is a concrete structure. AR H-bone. Sorry. AR Parkven. AR Roof. It's a roof kind of a structure which you can give with the help of this option, and it will implement into your 2D model. AR Shake. It's a kind of a stand kind of a structure. This is a box. It's brass. So in order to increase it to, like, if you can make it to 3, then you can see the structure clearly. It's a brick kind of a structure available. BR stone, clay, cork, cross, dash, dolmet. If you click on the dolmet, you can see the appearance here. You can see the dot structures. Dot structure is too big, so I can make it to 1. I have to make it to bigger one. So it's 5. Dot structure. It's kind of kind of a structure. Texture, flex, ghost glass, ghost ground, ghost wood, GR linear, GR cylindrical, GR invisible, GR sphere, hemisphere, GR curved, GR invisible sphere. Invicure, grass, grate, gravel kind of a structure, hex, honey from structure, hound kind of structure, insulation. This is a very popular option which we will frequently use in AutoCAD. AutoCAD ISO 02W100, AutoCAD ISO 03W100, AutoCAD ISO 04W100. These are some different kinds of the 04W100. Again, you can see this one. If you want to implement, you can just click here and increase the size to 3. And then AutoCAD ISO 06, and these are the different kinds of structure till I think GIS stands for RCC, mud, line, net 3, plaster of Paris, stars, square. These kind of structures you can implement: trans, triangular, zigzag, and user defined. Okay, this is SWAMP kind of structure. Okay, triangular, and etc. So let us suppose I am giving a structure as a ARB realm. This is so good. Then we can take it as this box one. Okay, in order to understand this in a better way, and then close this command. Then again we have another option called as a gradient one. So in order to compensate that gradient one, just click on this and click on this particular portion. You can change the color difference from this to this, or even to this. This is a first primary color, and the main parent color is, you can change it to with the help of this. You can change with the help of this green. See, these are the different color options available. Most of the time people use yellow, but you can change it to some other color also. That's not a problem. This can be a primary color, this can be a green. So now we are into gradient options, so we have different options available in the gradient panel. Okay. Now the third option is, we just close this one and then we'll move to the third one. This is our boundary. Creates a region of the polyline of the boundary. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's not creating actually, it's having some kind of problem. I'll see to it later. Pick points, pick internal point, this one. It's not creating actually, some problem is there. We'll see that particular option in later class, no issues. So this is kind of option with the help of which you can create a hatch or the gradient pattern into your 2D model. These kind of structures are much more useful in creating architectural models and 3D models. Okay, so we'll do one thing, we'll just delete this one and move to the next step. So now we'll see an option called as a spline option. So there is a spline option available. Okay, so you can just click on the spline option. This is the first one. Specify the first point, enter the next point, to the second point, again you can create the second point, and then create the second point, next point, next point, and next point. So this is a spline. So this is a spline curve. Okay, and if you want to mirror it, you can mirror the same command, object. This is a mirror option. Okay, and with the help of a line command, you can connect these two together. Is this a source object? No. Line command. This is a line from this side to this side. Enter. And then repeat line command from this to enter. Okay. So if this is your spline, then with the help of the spline command, a spline will give you a freedom to select on the particular option and drag it. Undo it. This is your command, and you can move as per your requirement. This is the flexibility of your spline command. So with the help of the points on those points, you get the flexibility to change your graph from one particular existing location to the second location. So if you want to change, like let us suppose if you want to increase the height at this particular point, you can change this point to here. If you want to change your point from this point to this point, you can change it to here with the help of the left click. Okay. Let us suppose if you want to change this particular point to the inside, you can change it here. This one to inside here. If you want to make it this outside, you can make it go to the outside. So even you have flexibility to add certain points. So even if you want to add a particular point, like you stay here and there is a fit point option, add fit point. If you want to add a fit point, you can add a fit point here. See, these points will automatically come out. Again, if you want to add a fit point, you can add a fit point here. It means if you forget to place a point at particular point, you can add it later also with the help of these kind of options. Okay. In this way, you can create your spline command. Spline will always give you the flexibility to control your entire object. This is your spline command. And there is another command which we call as a spline CV. Draw the spline with the control vertices. So in this command and the previous command, there is a difference. Like you can control this spline with the help of the vertices. So spline CV, this option is basically called as a spline CV command. In spline CV, what kind of freedom you used to get? In spline CV, CV means control vertices. So control vertices means you can control your entire spline with the help of your Like let us suppose if you are considering this is your first spline. Okay, in the first spline you used to get points only on the spline, but in this one you used to get a points on the vertices. These are the vertices 1, 2 and 3. So in this you get more flexibility as compared to the first one, as compared to this spline fit curve. So you can change the entire spline uh, to any other way possible. From this point you can change the flexibility to this side, right? But in this you have a flexibility only at those points, like this, only at this point. It will not until and unless you, for let us suppose if you want to change your spline curve at this particular location, so in order to do that you have to stay here at fit point at this point. Okay, now it will add a sorry, this is your add fit point. I want to add a fit point here. It's not creating actually. Let us suppose add fit point here. Okay, it's creating here. Make it just undo it. Click on this, add fit point. Having some kind of issue. It is okay. I have to delete this point first. This is the point. Remove this fit point. This is the point. No. Add fit point to here. Because I think it's not creating just because it's in the this particular point is in the air. This is not on the vertex. So in order to do that, first of all I have to create this small this point, and in this also they have to, it has created I think few points, one or two. One is there only, so one, add here, okay. So you can control this spline with the help of this option will give you the freedom to control the vertices. With the help of control vertices you can control your spline, but in this command you won't get that flexibility. You will get the flexibility only at the point, only at the nodes. With the help of the nodes you can control your spline operation. Okay. Multiple, with the help of the multiple points you can specify different types of points here. See, these points are very small, so you have to zoom them in order to find out that this is a point. So again, if you want to click on that point, you can see, if you go there it will give you a glimpse of it that there is a point on that particular place. If you zoom out, you will see the difference that you have created some n number of points here. With the help of the multiple points option you can create a multiple points. Again, if you want to create few more, you can create it here. Specify the points and spacebar. So these are the options which, with the help of which you can create with the help of this line you can create a construction line. This is a construction line, and again you can create a construction line here and a spacebar. Then if you want to create a construction line again, you can use it here and you can create with the help of this and enter. So these are the construction lines which will go till the infinity. So construction line is always constructed in such a way that it will go till the end of your infinity. So the more you zoom, the more it will go outside of your frame. So construction line will be created in such a way in order to divide the entire part into a particular region, so that we can create the particular drawing or format in that area. Now I will do one thing. I will just click delete on this. Click on this to delete. I don't need them, and even these points. Okay. And if you want to add, like, let us suppose if you are having some kind of a rectangle here, okay, and you want to give some kind of a name to it, so you can just select on the multiple line text, click here, and draw it here. It will ask you to write something, like if it is suppose bedroom, okay, and you just click on the outside of it. Sorry, this is a multi-line, single line text. It's not visible because I think you have to change the standard, which standard we are following. So in order to do that, we have to go to the dimension style. This is your okay. Text height is 0, so text height you have to make it to 10. Apply, close. Okay. Just hold on a second. Let me see why this is happening. Specify the corner point. This is happening due to some error, I think. ISO 75, not standard. No, I'm not following your standard. Manage text styles, and height. Height based on the value and not visible here. Letter is not visible, so I think it's having some kind of a issue with the dimension style. Is it measuring measuring? Okay. Dimension style standard. I guess so this is not visible. If it is 30, so if it is 100, 100 also is not visible. So this some I think it's having some kind of issue, so we'll see to it later in the next session. Okay, then we'll see you in the next session, and let's see what we can uh, do better in the. I think letter was there, but due to some issues, letter is already there. Letter is available, but am not able to see them properly. So because it's having some kind of issues with the fitment. Okay, let's see. We'll see to it later in the next class, or we'll close the session. Thank you so much for your time.